Barcelona are back, and Europe should be very worried because something powerful is happening again in Catalonia, and the signs are impossible to ignore. For a few years, the football world believed that the era of dominance at FC Barcelona had ended forever. The financial crisis, the painful exits of legends, the humiliating defeats in Europe, and the endless headlines about chaos made it look like the club that once defined modern football had lost its soul. Fans around the world watched the downfall in disbelief because this was the same club that had once ruled the game with beauty, intelligence, and unstoppable confidence. For more than a decade, Barcelona represented a philosophy that changed football forever, a philosophy built on possession, creativity, and fearless attacking play. When the team led by legends like Lionel Messi, Xavi Hernandez, and Andres Iniesta dominated Europe, it felt like the club had discovered a secret formula that nobody else could match. Under the guidance of Pep Guardiola, Barcelona became more than just a successful team. They became a symbol of perfect football, a team that could suffocate opponents with possession and then strike with devastating precision. That legendary era produced trophies, unforgettable nights, and a style of football that inspired clubs across the world. But football never stands still, and eventually the golden era faded. As the legendary players aged and departed, the club began to struggle to maintain the same level of dominance. European rivals caught up tactically and financially, while Barcelona slowly slipped into instability. The financial problems became public, and the world watched as the club faced enormous debt that threatened its future. The most shocking moment came when Lionel Messi, the greatest player in the history of the club, and perhaps the greatest footballer the game has ever seen, was forced to leave due to financial regulations. That moment felt like the end of an era, and many believed Barcelona would spend years wandering in the wilderness trying to rebuild its identity. But what people underestimated was the resilience that exists inside the DNA of this historic club. Barcelona has always been more than a football team, and the famous phrase "Més que un club" reflects that identity. Even during the darkest moments, there were people inside the club who believed that the revival was only a matter of time. Slowly and patiently, the rebuilding process began. Young talents from the famous academy started to emerge again, and the club began to rediscover the philosophy that had once made it unstoppable. The academy, known as La Masia, has always been the heart of Barcelona's identity, and once again it started producing players capable of carrying the future of the club. Among the brightest stars of this new generation is the sensational teenager Lamine Yamal, whose creativity and fearless dribbling have already captured the imagination of fans around the world. Watching him glide past defenders feels like witnessing the beginning of something special, a reminder of the magical wingers that once thrilled the Camp Nou crowd. Alongside him is the elegant and intelligent midfielder Pedri, who plays with a maturity that seems far beyond his years. His vision, control, and understanding of space reflect the classic Barcelona midfield style that once dominated European football. Then there is the relentless energy of Gavi, whose passion and aggression bring intensity to the team every single minute he is on the pitch. These young stars represent the rebirth of the Barcelona identity, and together they are forming the foundation of a team that could dominate the next decade. But youth alone is not enough to conquer Europe, and the club understands that experience and leadership are equally important. That is why Barcelona also built a strong core of established players capable of guiding the young generation through the pressure of elite competition. One of the most influential figures in the new era is the prolific striker Robert Lewandowski, whose goal-scoring instincts remain among the most dangerous in world football. His presence in the penalty area forces defenders to panic and creates space for the creative players behind him. In midfield, the composure of Frenkie de Jong provides balance and control as he carries the ball forward with elegance while breaking opposition lines. In defense, the arrival of world-class players has strengthened the structure of the team and made Barcelona far more difficult to break down. The transformation is not just about individual players, but about the return of a collective identity. When Barcelona play at their best, the movement of the ball feels hypnotic as the players exchange passes quickly and intelligently while constantly searching for openings. Opponents are forced to chase shadows as the team controls the rhythm of the game. This is the essence of the Barcelona philosophy, and seeing it return has filled fans with hope. Another crucial factor behind the revival has been the leadership of coach Hansi Flick, who brought a new level of tactical discipline and intensity to the squad. Flick understands the importance of blending Barcelona's traditional possession style with the aggressive pressing and vertical attacking that modern football demands. His approach has given the team a new edge because now they are not only capable of controlling games, but also of striking quickly and ruthlessly when opportunities appear. The result is a team that feels both familiar and refreshingly modern. As the performances improved, the confidence inside the squad began to grow, and suddenly Barcelona started looking like a team capable of competing with the very best clubs in Europe again. Victories against strong opponents sent a message across the continent that the sleeping giant was waking up. Stadiums that once feared facing Barcelona are starting to feel that tension again because everyone knows what this club is capable of when momentum is on its side. The fans have also played a massive role in the resurgence because the atmosphere surrounding the team has transformed from frustration to belief. The supporters know that they are witnessing the early stages of a new chapter, and their passion is fueling the players on the pitch. Nights at the legendary Camp Nou have always been magical, and when the crowd senses that something historic is building, the energy becomes overwhelming for visiting teams. European football has seen this story before because Barcelona has a history of rising from adversity to dominate the game once again. That is why clubs across the continent are starting to pay attention, because if Barcelona truly complete their transformation, the balance of power in European football could shift dramatically. Competitions like the UEFA Champions League thrive on narratives, and few stories are more powerful than the return of a fallen giant. Imagine a young, fearless Barcelona team marching through the knockout stages, playing fearless attacking football while the world watches in awe. Imagine the new generation of stars writing their own legacy while honoring the philosophy that made the club famous. This is the scenario that rivals fear, because when Barcelona combine talent, belief, and momentum, they become incredibly difficult to stop. The most dangerous part of this revival is that the team feels like a project in progress, which means the players are only going to improve with time. The young stars will gain experience, the tactical system will become more refined, and the chemistry between the players will grow stronger every season.